Now, I was thinking of other things and other things of other things. This has 4 parts to it, okay? They taught us to wear hats and dresses. Well, how the fuck can the sun get to you if you're wearing hats and dresses? Okay? The only reason you wear the wool, okay, is because of the stitching that sends their fucking wire all over the place. But this keeper, I'm not too sure about it anymore. Because it brings all around the egg and it gives you a spot in the center to hit with. Do you understand what I speak? Keep mixing things up. You see, when Arnold Schwarzenegger came here, okay, in that movie, he came in a ball that burnt out the truck, yet he was inside just like Superman with no clothes on. Because what it is that ball, when it goes through the air, the super ball, like the Chinese or Asian, the power ball, what this power ball is you're being born in the ball as you're going through space before you arrive on the planet. So whatever time it takes you to grow inside that egg, by the time you get here, you'll become what that is. You'll become every single element in the space, and then that egg will sit there until you hatch. And then you'll come out a being of this planet. Everything seems hard to believe. I have to see my grandmother, but I don't have to see her. Because I know everybody's wishing the best for her. She choked the other night, and she threw up, and she threw up. My grandmother, okay, has beat the system by getting cancer, passing through it, coming to 98. She has to eat all her food crunched. So in order to hold on to the memories of the old ladies that talk to all their kids and what's going on in life, they move it through the old ladies when they're there. So by her eating all this much food, I mean it was pre-mushed, it doesn't have to make all that acid in the body. I mean, fuck, when was the last time you saw a tiger cook his food? Who cooks their food? I don't cook my food. I don't even warm it up. But it's hard to warm up an apple, eh? It's hard to warm up sushi, eh? It's hard to warm up my milk and my juices where they add in the ascorbic acid to absorb the acid you need. Now the question is, am I the third one on the list? They picked 2 parts of the dice. My grandmother at 6 and a life at 3. The only thing that's left for me is 2 and 5, 33. That means I have to live for both of them and give them my energy and get the energies from you. The same thing happened with me 3 weeks ago. What I talked about today, I couldn't talk before just like this. And then my thyroid gland went, and all of a sudden I'm feeling better, I'm eating better. I go to the bathroom, and instead of making those little pellets the way it is, it comes out the right way because they follow you. But they're lovables. They're okay, the evil people. You know which evil people are not okay? The people who take office and ruin your life. But the other evil people, it's their job. They can do their job. This is the planet we're on. It's their planet, it's not ours. Right? But they gave us a liberty to be free, except somebody else. We need a third party in the game now. Needs to see if they can do what the science has done from zoology from thousands of years ago. They're trying to duplicate it. So far, they've always been striking out. They don't understand the light, neither do I. But I understand what it is. It's inside the air. It's everything. You breathe it in, you breathe it out. It's almost like we're in the belly of a whale. And I saw Guitar Hero double guitars last night in my dreams. You flip them upside down. There's a cross member to connect the 2 sides. Lower that down to the bottom. You got the twin towers and the 2 entrances. It shows the whole thing. Then the piano was hooked to the front, and it turned into a shark whale. Soon we will swim with the sharks, because we might take to the water and turn into fish, just to get away from what's going to go on in this world. And then again, don't forget, I'm writing a story in a book. So I add to it what is going on in this world. Well, what the hell? There's nothing going on. I just checked the 14 days of the weather. Everything is beautiful. But then my book is following something else. It says it's beautiful there. I'm going to say it's ugly. It's ugly and it should be terrifying. Why? Because it's not terrifying now, and this is the way I can terrify you. Because it's a book. You're only listening to me narrate what my mind is thinking, what it knows. I tell you it by number if you want. I can explain the numbers, how I get there, and what the association of the next number is, and in different games, so you can see that whatever story I'm telling you, all the numbers work out in all the games, and all the games tell a story, and how you feel about the game. Not here. I'm not playing with your minds. Not one bit. But this is a business and this is personal, so certain things I have to leave out. There's a lot of things I see that they mean nothing because they're not in the 14-day registered forecast. For certain reasons of other, Google just put a big waterfall on their name, and somebody paid them to do that because they all know that Penelope Pit Stop is up above the Utah Mountains and Highway 80 and Highway 15. Total of 95. 95 is 45, 5 by 9 is 45. 5 and 9 is 14, the cross of Christ, and 1/8 of the total clock, and 1/4 of man. So that would make them 3/8. 38 is the 3 connecting pigs. 38, 38, 38, 114. KD. 38, 38 is 76. 333 is 9. 888 is 6. 8 and 8, 16. And 8, 24, 2 and 4 is 6. Up a letter, down a letter, up a letter, down a letter, up a letter, left, right, forward, left, right. I'm a soldier to the alphabet, to the ladder of the letters of the dots and the saints. DOT, number 39, perfection. So it was made in this world that 39 couldn't reach the 52 because they are the 52, and the Mayans said it all over their Sanskrit. And that's why I'm at odds with the Mayan group. But I still don't understand it, because the Aztec clearly said, maybe who's going to let me in? Let me see where this is. No rights, eh? Who's going to let me in the house? Give me a second. I read this already once, okay? Goes like this. It's a site, extra normal. Make your own videos. Direct and action. I didn't do this. This site had no people on it when I got in. But it was good enough to send me multitudes of stuff, in which during one multitude told me about Purdue. And this is in 2009, March, during the All-Star break. It told me about Purdue Chicken, Arkansas. Purdue Chicken, Arkansas. Purdue Chicken, Arkansas. Chickens are running around outside. I hung out there, I picked up chickens, and I delivered them to California. I delivered chicken from Arkansas to California. Of course the chicken can't cross the street, because he wasn't made to cross the street. They're crisscrossing the foods from all over the world, so we all end up in the same germ. Once we're in the same germ, now all our brains are different. Now we can see the germs are the same, what happens in each brain, and now they bring together the one man who will be the elixir, the new Christ to the new world. They will use his DNA with everybody else to make the new world come in. And it won't be forced, but it will be forced on us to take it. And then again, who is the one with this blood? But it has to be done for the understanding of the conscious mind, to moving it forward, to putting bygones to be bygones forever, because you have no choice. He did it, he's an idiot, walk away. She did it, she's not any better. If you look behind me and you look at the door, the square coming down the right side of me, there's a shadow. Imagine Bart Simpson with a little bit of artwork. It looks like the R letter. The R stands for 88. Okay? Look at it. On the bottom it has a sliced V. You see this? This here? when I draw a line, I know I don't draw so good, but once I draw a line, I now have this part here and this part here. It didn't matter how I drew this line, as long as I was between 45 and 22.25 degrees, because this one is now a shark and this one is an angelfish. You're always going to design something. The only thing that's not really straight, okay, what is straight is the backbone. So it's just the top of the dog, but everything else is going to make a face. So listen to this. Let me get a drink, all right? I just went out to buy some food. Batman. And I was talking about cell phones and landlines and cell phones and landlines. And you know what I came up with from cell phones and landlines? Is the Matrix lied to me. That's not it. That's why there's so many cellulars, these posts that stand up that doesn't work from everywhere. I'm like not sure. Like I'm not sure. Here, carrot juice. I'm not sure if she goes down or up, because the Matrix said it was rats. So rats is things that bite the wires, stealing the information. Meaning that if they have to bite the wires, then Bell is not involved in this. And then maybe that Shomaten is already inflicted. But maybe Bell has been pushed from the outside market to take this over, where they can now manipulate the Quebec TV and radio. You see, I don't know about these people. I don't know their names. I don't know their birth dates. I don't know which world they reflect, or which sky. Did the Greeks really? Is it true that the astrology that the Greeks moved the sky, and then this world has to follow it? Wow. Let's see. I'm going to take out some stuff here. I bought a little bear with black eyes. At least I know he's telling the truth, and I don't have to see any color in his eyes to know him, to read his eyes like I do. Oh yeah, to read everybody. I can see. This is one thing I bought. And then I bought thumbtacks. Okay, that's the longest and the sharpest knife I have in the house. I don't carry any knives in my house. I have one butter knife. I don't keep any. I have a small little tiny scissors. I bought these because they look watery, and I'm not sure what I want to write over and whether a pen will look through it. I bought the orange and the purple. This is the birth. Do you ever check when they take your blood test? You ever check? It's the same thing. For your blood test. Each one is for something different. Then they send it to a main laboratory that does the testing. That laboratory sends it somewhere else if there's anything wrong with it, because they have to have a specialist now, and we're better to have a specialist than acupuncture. Sliding on over, moving on over, thousands of people born without the God light of the sun. That's right. There are people on this planet right now who do not have the light of God, but run by the light of the people they are. And who they are, okay, is already with the story. I have a duplicate. They fiddle in his brain to get to my brain through the matrix, because that's how we're born, through the sperm. The sperm is a zoid. You saw it in the matrix. It builds, it's a builder. Even in the eggs and the chickens, it's a builder. Trying to figure out if there's women or men in this world, and what is sperm and what is the egg. Let me tell you about what sperm and egg is all about. When the tree starts giving maple syrup, and then 2 months later it's got its beautiful leaves, that's basically what it is. The roots in the ground that create the egg and the beauty of what it is. I bought a map of Quebec, the Laurentians. Look here. It's an elephant. You see what I was telling you? His yellow eye is over here. See the elephant? his big long nose.